Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Women of Reddit, what do you think would be the worst thing about being a man? Overall, I think it's more difficult for guys to get dates. Bane of my existence. I have seen girls stare at me across the bar. Like it's obvious that they might be interested in me, but they would rather stare than come up and just say hi. Had this too. And they're usually in a group 10 deep, and I'm just not going to solo approach a big group like that. For most women it's like fishing with dynamite. For most men it's like there are only 3 fish in the lake and there are 1,000 other guys out fishing that day. And you're fly fishing. And it's your first time trying to fly fish. And you keep hitting yourself in the face. And sometimes the impeccable dressed dude next to you snags his fly on you. And you're pretty sure it isn't an accident. Quick addition before bed. Before this post, I had roughly 170-ish karma total. I've had to charge my pose cell phone 2 times today from all the beeps and notifications. This one reply ///// and you amazing people blew up my inbox and karma. Thank you so much. Hey babe. I made a good joke. I'm going to the open mic night. I told you I was funny, .. People expecting that I could fight. Man, my ex-girlfriend chatting shit to some scary guy on a train who was acting out, and then just turning to me with a "Are you going to let him speak to me like that?" look on her face when she pissed him off enough. Dude would have fucked me up if I wasn't so good at being diplomatic. The negotiator. I can't believe this is so far down. Being what people assume, the more aggressive sex would keep me up at night. But I'm a lover, not a fighter. I swear, my ancestors survived by saying something confusing and then running like hell while the angry person tried to figure out WTF they said. None of us enjoy fighting, lol. Edit, as this is closer to the top now, I guess I can stop not believing this is so far down. 50000 BC, your shoes are untied. Holy fuck, this is too real. As a woman, I will never, ever have any doubt that my children are mine. Edit, apologizes to the men whose anxiety I raised by 150%. Another edit, thank you for the silver. Well, unless there is a mix-up in the hospital. Or the fertility center. Having to chase after women. I'd give up halfway, honestly. My girlfriend has asked me before why I didn't date more or talk to more girls when I was single, and the truth it's just a lot of hassle and feels forced a lot of the time. I was never that guy to go up to a girl and her friends at a bar, like, are you kidding me? That sounds like a huge risk over reward type of situation to me. I always preferred meeting girls naturally, like through friends or events or something. Edit, Resident Evil 4 merchant voice, thanks for the gold, stranger. The lack of caring about what strangers, who you will never see again, think about you is wasted on the old. The whole hard to get game and wanting to be chased can be very annoying. But when you simply ignore those women, their frustrated reaction is absolutely priceless. Don't call me anymore. Me, okay, I guess. 2 weeks later. Why are you so distant? Me. That's what I've always been doing. Fuck it, if it happens it happens. It usually doesn't. Same here. But I'll fucking stick with my choice. And die alone, probably. But with my choice. Exactly. Half of the girls I've talked to tell me that I need to be persistent to get a girl. From the other half I hear that it's creepy to have guys keep trying to talk to them. I default to not wanting to be the creeper that scares someone. The end result is being constantly single and alone. Eventually you just get used to it though. Same, I heard contradicting things all the time and I'm like, what do I do? Not having your emotions taken seriously, then lashing out because of it and then seen as violent because you just want to be understood. I had that with abusive parents, but normally people don't treat me that way because I'm a woman. I can't imagine what an entire life of not having your feelings acknowledged in a healthy way feels like. Suck it up and be a man. This speaks to me. As of lately I've been quietly crying on my train to and from work, while listening to music. It's been so long, I should maybe do something about that. Edit. Since this comment has gotten so much attention, I feel the need to explain myself a bit more. I don't think that I'm in a dark place in my life right now, nor have I had to suffer abusive situations, such as /u/plat das. I hope you're well now. Granted, my parents' divorce was quite the mess from start to finish, and for the years it lasted. But that doesn't make me special. I think we all go through a little bit of that in our own manner. But I don't look back fondly on my ages 10 to 17. I have been repeatedly told for the last couple years, and throughout my life, TBH, to act or be a man about my problems and feelings. And I say couple years because in that time a lot has changed for me in my life. I have gone through a lot of typical young adult type of stuff. And even though these changes have mostly been positive, at times I feel like left to my own devices when talking about stress and life in general. I've been crashing through life, ever since I've had the luck to start college, until now. It's been a non-stop marathon of stress, changes, leaving friends behind, and a constant asking myself if I am doing the right thing. The only person who acknowledges how I feel in a normal manner, is my mom. And even she at times, has dismissed a couple things I've told her, my teenage years. So having said that, I want to deeply thank all of your comments. I haven't had the time to read them all, but trust me, I will. And I also want to thank the people whose knee-jerk reaction was to ask me to chat. I have to go to work now, but I might take you guys up on the offer. Cheers to you all. You're too kind. Take care. P.S. I know that my edit is enormous. I live with 6 women in my house and I have to retreat to my room if I want to just vent or do anything about my emotions. Then they wonder why I don't spend time with them. Probably the stigma. I've seen a single father get shouted at for being with his kid when at a park for trying to kidnap children. The dude wanted to make his son happy, not molest him FFS. It's kind of annoying walking my dog around town and having to straight up ignore every kid. Don't talk to them, don't look at them. Halloween is the only day out of the year that I get to talk to the kids in my neighborhood. Fuck that. I walk around with my kid and other kids say hi to us. I get a lot of stares if I wave hi to the kid. Fuck those people. I was fishing at a park today and some 8-year-old kid who was alone came up to me and showed me that he broke his line off in the water. He didn't have any extra tackle so I gave him a new jig and hook, tied it on for him and everything. It was the cheapest reel and line I've ever seen, so his folks must have just picked it up at Walmart and said, "Here, go fish." He wanted to fish with me after that. I didn't want to tell him to get lost because he was looking up to me at that point, so I said, "Sure, if you want to." The entire time I was having a mini panic attack waiting for the kid's parents to show up and kick my ass or something. The kid was super sweet and kept trying to impress me by telling me all the huge fish he caught. Eventually he went away and his folks showed up, and as I was leaving he pretended not to know me and quickly gave me a stealthy wave. I shouldn't be afraid to help a kid out like that. It's kind of equally sad that the kid knew he couldn't just be friendly to you in front of his parents, even if it was clever and helpful of him. My brother is your average 6/10 dopey looking guy. The amount of rejection he faces on a daily basis from age 12 to now would crush my soul. Another thing is family court/alimony. My aunt never really had a job or did much of anything, yet she sustains her middle-class life from divorce raping her ex-husband. She was even allowed to keep his dog that she wanted only because of spite. It is absolutely soul-crushing. You finally get the courage to ask that girl you're crushing on out and she rejects you. Or offer to buy that cute girl a beer, she accepts, and then walks off with the beer /oh so much as a thank you. When your spouse, who you've dedicated YRS to and helped her get her life in order, decides to have an affair less than a YR after you marry. Yay, it can be a bit much at times. Edit, just to clarify, these were things that happened YRS ago. I'm happily married and have been so for the last 5 YRS to a wonderful and faithful woman. I appreciate everyone asking and dimming me. Gives me hope in humanity, but I assure you I'm in a good place now. Most of us have experienced those and they suck. Except that last one, which is really fucked up. I hope that wasn't a real example. It wouldn't be so soul-crushing if society didn't play it out to be some big joke and that people who get rejected did something wrong or are to be made fun of. People aren't attracted to each other sometimes, or are taken, or don't want to talk to someone right now. There are a million reasons that are totally reasonable to reject someone for. That shouldn't be a stain on the character of the person who was rejected. Being considered a possible threat by strangers, probably. Like, I get it, you never know, but it would probably suck. Either that or the dick and balls. Like, they're just dangling there. Are they in the way? How do you straddle stuff? Will you accidentally squish them? Do you have to tuck them into your underwear? The dick and balls. They're just dangling there. It's what they do most of the time. Are they in the way? Usually not. Normally we don't put too much thought into them. How do you straddle stuff? Not a problem. They hang off the front and tend to get pushed forward when we straddle. Will you accidentally squish them? It happens and it sucks. It happens most often when I am in sleeping shorts, boxers really. The balls will dangle down and it is a little uncomfortable until I adjust them. Do you have to tuck them into your underwear? It is why I prefer briefs over boxers. Briefs give a little support and structure for the package. All in all, I am pretty happy with the design. All in all, I am pretty happy with the design. A plus, would buy again. Being considered a possible threat by strangers, probably. I get it, you never know, but it would probably suck. It can be kind of heartbreaking to be honest. I've seen people see me coming and cross the street. I hate to cause the anxiety. If it makes you feel any better, unless you are a 90-year-old lady, I'm across that street regardless.